Hi there, Mini Math Lessons with Karen again, and today we are focusing on rigid transformations, specifically right now translation in a coordinate plane. So there was a lesson before about what translations are, so hopefully you would have done that one first, but now we're going to go move it into a coordinate plane and talk about what happens to the coordinates of the points. So again, ClassPad.net. This is a free activity. You just need the URL to open it up. I've provided that in the link and description of the video. So once you open it up, here's a ready-to-use activity. You can play with it as it is. No need for an account. If you want to save it, modify it, use it with other people, I would create an account so that you can do that. So the first part of this activity is kind of just getting students used to what's that translation doing. So we've got two sliders here, horizontal. So you'll see that it moves my bunny rabbit left or right if I decide to switch the direction, right? And oops, let's get bunny back in here. And so it starts at this point. This is where the activity starts. And so you'll notice we're basically following the left eye of the bunny, which is now at the point 0, 0. So you'll see that it's at 0, 0. So the idea here is to move it and see if you can notice a connection to where it is. So if I moved it up, let's say 3 vertically, where is that left eye now? Well, if we actually count the coordinates, it's at 3, still at height 0, but up positive 3. Well, what if I went down with the bunny? It's now down at negative 5. So basically the way the number that I move it up here moves that rabbit to that thing. So its original start position 0, 0. If I add negative 5 to it, moves that vertically, I'm going to be moved down to the point 0, negative 5. And so this is the idea, is to get this connection. So they play with that for a while. Have fun moving the bunny. There's some questions over here. There's a place for them to answer questions. And then we move into more specific. Here's a segment. It has its coordinates right here, 5, negative 5, 5, 5. Here's negative 2.5 and 7.5, so AB. And this is a translation of that, again with sliders. And so the idea here is, first question is, can you make the red one land exactly on the original one? And the answer is yes. So what do you notice? Wow, the coordinates are exactly the same. What if I just move to the left horizontally? What happens to my coordinates? And so now the idea is to actually, here's my rule. I move left negative 4 horizontally. I did not move vertically, so that's still 0. What happened to my coordinates? And the idea is that they get the understanding that depending on which direction you move, that's negative or positive, you're going to add that to horizontal if you move left to right, and you're going to add that vertically if you move up or down. So that's the idea behind this activity, is kind of understanding that if you're given a rule, a translation rule, you're taking the x coordinate and adding it to the original x coordinate to end up with your image coordinate, and you're taking the y coordinate and adding it to your original y coordinate to end up with your translated image coordinate, right? So that's sort of where we're going with that. And then at the end, they're going to practice on their own, like how can you move this, and they can actually physically move the translated one somewhere to a specific thing based on the questions they've been asked. So what's happening using coordinates, and now testing what you're doing. So that's what this activity is about.